What? Hey! Pixel art. Before we jump into pixel art, I wanted to address the obstacle that I had to go through to post this video. It was a lot for me. It took a lot in me to make this video, especially after work and like using every ounce of energy that I can pull. YouTube has been a great platform so far of source for me to even put my time and energy towards, especially seeing the results now. This is like my fourth or fifth video, and it's really hard. I was having to discipline myself and like after work, even the weekends, but it's meant to be fun, and I really wanted to use that time to build skill and try different mediums of my hobbies that I've taken an interest of. So hopefully you guys can relate to this video, and I literally just hit that record button and just let it go. It's time to break these chains. I am free. Number one, I instead downloaded the trial version of Sprite. I wanted to get a feel and taste of the software before I really, spent $20. And from there on, I went to YouTube. I typed how to do pixel art. And the first video that popped up for me was Salotunes. It was very much of a deep dive of how to make a donut. And for myself, I'm like, okay, I could do a donut. That's okay. Just do a circle and then another circle, and then you just add the colors. The one issue that I did had a struggle with was just I didn't know which canvas size to use. I didn't know what was best for the beginners, and like, should I go big? The video shows beginners on what canvas size to use, starting with 16 by 16 pixels, showing us the painting tools, the color default palettes, and shortcut commands, which was really nice. I really did want to start off with something simplistic with less tools and default simple color palettes. Going back to the shortcut commands that he mentioned early on the video, I had a little issue with that where I thought it was automatically going to set up to my hue on canvas. But no, I had to adjust that later on. So I was consistently touching my keyboard, clicking on the shortcuts, and then going back to my tablet, going back to keyboard, and going back to my tablet. So that was definitely something that you'll see throughout the video that I had a struggle with. So things were going really well. I actually ended up really enjoying the process. It was really taking me back to my roots of when I was using MSB Paint for the first time with my mouse and I was drawing Lucky Star. There was a point in the video where I wanted to recreate this donut from the mall here called Mochi Donuts that I wanted to try on the pixel art here. I was, as you can tell, I was having a little hard time here. So I ended up just going with a regular classic donut with some cream filling. That is not my favorite, but it's okay. It's cute. Yeah. And I'd say midway to almost the end of the video, this could be just a me problem, but suddenly it felt super fast. It felt very sped up at the end for me, and I couldn't keep up to the momentum that he was going on with. I'm like, wait, how'd you get the color? Wait, how'd you get that tool? Wait, what tool, what command was that again? Wait, hold on, how did you extend the canvas here? Wait, hold on, wait. So I had to pause the video, put it on slow-mo, and rewatch that a couple times, but there was points where I couldn't figure it out, so I had to pause the video and just kind of play around with the tools and like click on the settings and like guess. Hopefully that turned out right. There was at some point where I wanted to try something different with the dithering technique and just play around with it, but I ended up just going to the basic and just at least try that first before I, know the rules before you break the rules. So, ta-da! Here was the result of my donut layout. Would you buy some donut? But within that confidence, I decided to go to Pinterest for inspiration. That next step was a bubble. So I, used the tool to help circulate the step as what it was instructed, but something was off. I don't know if it was the color or I don't know. I didn't like this one. So I went back to the basic of going with one color and just going with that to see how that was. It looks a little better. It looks right. Can you tell it's a bubble? All right, I'm bringing out the big drums. I went on to the next tutorial by Tunes of experimenting with different canvas size. And here you go. The first one was, all right, I'm like, okay, that's cute. I got it. And I suddenly found myself counting the pixel, which, as from previous tutorial that I've seen, that you are supposed to do that, just because it will be completely off by certain, like 1 pixel or, you know, the corner or something like that, making like more roundly, shapely stuff. But yeah, I've learned a lot from that, and I was just experimenting, trying it out, playing around with it, seeing how that is, guessing, which I was majorly doing for the most part. But hey, they turned out okay, right? I think for starters, for me, you know, I give myself a pat on the back, you know, like, okay, I did that. It's all good. Try it again. But I just feel like I should try other items and just test other things out. That last one of the wizard that I did, it looks like he's holding a corn dog. Level 3. I got to a point where, okay, if I could watch a video and follow the tutorial, it'd be okay, right? I at least get something out of it. That was a mistake. Very much humbled me. It was very much of, if you walked into a class of very, obviously not beginner artists, fully going on like, yeah, this is what you do, you do this, you add the colors, and boom, it's beautiful. I'm still on my blank canvas here, and I'm still trying to mix up my colors to match with the teacher. And because of that, I was mixing up the color palettes that I had defaulted, and I did not know how to change that. I didn't know how to delete it. So I was stuck. So I honestly was messing up with my color there, and I think that really messed up part of the process of my cloud journey. And it really showed me that I really do have a lot to learn. Mind you, this was a class just based on how to make pixel clouds. I messed that up bad. I think you can tell it's a cloud though, right? I think you can. But the class was from Adam C. Jonas, I think. It's a pixel art class on a cloud tutorial. I'm actually really happy that I did this. I did four different pixel tutorial here on YouTube. Just YouTube alone. And I did a donut, I did the wizard, I did the bubble, and I did the cloud. I'm honestly really proud of myself to achieve this amount on the weekends, and sometimes if I had the chance after work, if I'm not too tired, but minimum will be like an hour, maybe less.